Hello guys, good evening. How are you all? Okay, let me just set up my camera. Okay, okay, good evening guys. How are you all? Just quickly chat में mention कर दो ना if I'm audible to you guys or not. Uh, तब तक I'll finish setting up my camera थोड़ा. Okay. Okay. Okay, so hi. So am I audible, right? Okay, no problem. Thank you all for confirming. Uh, I'll start with a small recap कि yesterday's session who all had attended. कल का session किसने किसने attend किया था and how much do you actually remember of it? कल का assignment किसने किसने किया खाली एक बार quickly chat में डाल दो. Assignment कल का and did anyone have any problems या ऐसा मतलब कुछ ना emoji से भी react कर सकते हो तुम लोग. Everything is fine, we all understand. Okay, okay, I remember one. Nishit. Okay, Nishit is from yesterday. Okay, Nishit. Hi Nishit, how are you? Okay, okay. R15V4 lover, looks like you're a biker fan just like me, huh? Okay, okay, I have attended. Okay, so nice to see you guys once again. And are you excited for today's session? Dancer. Okay, okay, yeah, okay. How do I get the worksheet? Okay, so for guys who are who are new, I'll just quickly let you guys know. If you go to the description, okay, wait, let me just share my screen fatafat na. Uh, Share screen. ओके तब तक के लिए मुझे बताओ yesterday वाला जो इंस्टाग्राम स्टोरी चैलेंज था कितनों ने एक्चुअली पार्टिसिपेट किया एंड हु ऑल अभी तक थिंक कि दैट इज अ फेक थिंग काइंड ऑफ थिंग. ओके अंकित गुप्ता गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन. लुक्स लाइक वी आर गेटिंग मोर एंड मोर पीपल ज्वाइनिंग इन. ओके सो मेरा स्क्रीन दिख रहा है सबको. एवरीवन इज एबल टू सी माय स्क्रीन यहाँ पे. ओके 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 नो प्रॉब्लम. मैंने नहीं किया. Okay, no problem. I'll give you a quick recap. This is your screen. यहाँ पे you go to the description. Description में you have your assignment link. Submit your assignment and your all-in-one documentation. Your all-in-one documentation यहाँ पे. So if you click on this, it's gonna take you to this Notion page यहाँ पे, which is gonna take some time to load. अच्छा नहीं हो गया. So you see यहाँ पे you have your enrollment attendance link. I click on that. It takes me to the enrollment page. तब तक के लिए I'll okay your day one कल का day one का assignment submission link is also here. You have to do nothing. आपको बस उस पर क्लिक करना है. There are 5 questions. Answer those questions and you will be one step closer to your certificate. Remember guys, let me just refresh. Okay, it's asking me to sign up. So वो मेरा नंबर है. Yes. Okay, login. OTP. Let me check. अरे दूसरा फोन है. ओके ओटीपी नहीं आएगा छोड़ो. लेट्स क्लोज दिस विंडो. यहाँ पे ओनली यहाँ पे यू विल गेट टू मार्क योर अटेंडेंस वाला थिंग वहाँ पे ही आएगा. दैट वाज वन थिंग. ओके यू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ लिंक्स यहाँ पे. सो जस्ट यू डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज. आई लेट यू नो योर व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप जहाँ पे एवरीथिंग इज डिस्कस्ड इज यहाँ पे. सो क्लिक ऑन दिस लिंक एंड इट विल रीडायरेक्ट यू टू जॉइन द व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप which I believe is something you should do because a lot of discussions happen there. Giveaways होते हैं and you know giveaways होते हैं and क्या होता है I do not remember. Okay, sorry, my ADHD brain does that. Okay, your student ambassador program. Who knows about the student ambassador program and what happens in the student ambassador program? Do you know? Okay, see, my mod is helping me out. वो chat में भी links डाल रहा है, तो it's easy for you guys. You do not really need to go to descriptions and everything. Okay, no problem. Okay, so that was the gist of it. Your attendance, your assignment, and your student ambassador program, and your WhatsApp updates. ठीक है. Now I read Nitish saying कि उसकी किस्मत खराब है इसीलिए उसने नहीं डाला स्टोरी. नितिश, मैं बोल रहा हूँ तू डाल दे. पुट अप द स्टोरी, बिकॉज एज आई सेड रैंडमली सिलेक्ट होते हैं डेली बेसिस पे. देर इज वन विनर हु कैन गेट अ 500 रुपी कूपन. नाउ द रिजल्ट्स फॉर दिस वीक विल बी अनाउंस्ड कलेक्टिवली नेक्स्ट वीक मंडे को. ओके. तो ऑन अ रैंडम नोट पाइथन स्क्रिप्ट वगैरह वो सब होता है. वी गो थ्रू दैट वे सो दैट वैसे करेंगे. वील विन. बट आई अश्योर यू वी आर नॉट लुकिंग एट फॉलोअर्स, वी आर नॉट लुकिंग एट लाइक्स वगैरह, कुछ नहीं देख रहे. सो डू इट. Instagram, if you do not use Instagram, yeah, Techno Yadav does not use Instagram, man. Come on. Now, how can we solve it? We'll do the same challenge on LinkedIn. LinkedIn पे भी कर लो. LinkedIn is something that a lot of people use nowadays. I myself have set up an LinkedIn account. I have done 2-3 posts वहाँ पे. जाओ. If you do not do not want to do anything else in LinkedIn, जाओ मेरा प्रोफाइल देखो और criticize करो कि क्या कर सकता हूँ. Okay, no problem. So that's it. And also one more thing, I'll do another Kahoot session today at the end of today's session. So yesterday की जो winner थी, I do not remember her name properly, but yes, I guess she is attending today's session as well. Please reach out to me. You did not reach out to me yesterday. Please reach out to me. आज का session है. I believe I've imparted a lot of knowledge अभी. For now, keep in mind कि your certificate you will get after you've submitted assignments for both the days. I'll go a little slowly if you want. So we'll go from the start. Certificate, how to get your certificate. You have assignments for both the days. How are you gonna get that assignment link? You are gonna get it on the description. ठीक है. Once you submitted both of the assignments, you are eligible for the certificate. And आपका जब what happens for the certificate is जब आप assignment submit करते हो, our experts go through it, and then after that you are graded, and उसके basis पे you get your certificate within a week. Please help us out. We are doing something new. तो विद इन अ वीक थोड़ा मतलब एक हफ्ता दो हमको. वील सॉर्ट मतलब वील सेंड आउट योर सर्टिफिकेट्स. मैं मैनुअली आई डू इट, आई पर्सनली डू इट, तो यू ऑल नो वेयर टू रीच मी आउट टू. दैट वाज वन थिंग. आपका सर्टिफिकेट्स वाला सॉल्व हो गया. उसके बाद है प्राइस. आई एम गिविंग अवे 500 रुपीज फॉर ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. आप इंस्टाग्राम स्टोरी डालो, यू विल गेट 500 रुपीज, वन लकी विनर. आप लिंक्डइन पोस्ट डालो, वन लकी विनर विल गेट 500 rupees. And there's a Kahoot that happens at the end of every session. It's a quiz, small quiz, MCQs types. आप वो करोगे, उसमें भी the winner gets a 500 rupees coupon. ठीक है. The link is not getting of the assignment link to. Okay, who is yesterday's winner? I guess chat में आया था उसका नाम. Let me see. Sony Kumari. I believe the name went something like that. She was the winner yesterday. She won 500 rupees. She will reach out to me today. I'll let you know. Support. Just reach out to me. मेरा number I'll give by the end of today's session. तो आज का winner will also reach out to me. Screenshots लो sessions के और story पे डाल दो. I'm even giving you a lot of insights की क्या क्या कर सकते हो. Screenshot लो session का, story पे डाल दो. Tag करो Let's Upgrade. Only need to tag Let's Upgrade. आज भी होगा quiz. Today also you will get quiz. And okay, so that's it from my side. Quiz के लिए wait करो, and I'll hand the session over to ma'am. Okay. Any questions? Late तक रखो. I'll be there at the end of the session as well.
Welcome, guys. Very good evening to all. Very good evening, guys. I hope I'm loud and clear to all. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome, guys. Welcome to our bootcamp day 2. Guys, the team will be looking onto the link of assignment 2. Have patience. We'll check that. But then, meanwhile, I think so. All set and we can begin the training. Yeah? All good? Yes, today also there will be a quiz towards the end. Is it that my voice is too loud? Is it too loud, guys? You want me to slow down? Low down the volume, guys? No. Yes, no, I'm not getting that. What is that combination of yes and no? No, ma'am, it's normal. Okay. So maybe, guys, at your end, you can manage if it is too loud for you. Yeah. The data set. Somebody is asking me, can I share the data set? Guys, the data set is shared to you uh, at all in one document. You can see the link over there, or even in the chat, you'll get that been pinned. So can you just check over there? You will get a workbook with the name dataset for 9th and 10th October bootcamp. You can download it. Okay. For now, I guess everything is okay and we can start. I'll share my screen quickly. Wait, just give me a minute to share the screen. I hope my screen is visible. I'll need a quick input from you guys. Is my screen visible to you? I hope the screen is visible to you. Yes? Perfect. Perfect. Great. Perfect. The team have pasted the link for the assignments, so you can complete the assignments. Okay. Okay. Rajkumar is saying that control 0 is not working for me. Rajkumar, I think so. You are pressing control 0, which is what I said yesterday. But then control and 0 is from that round closing bracket. You may be pressing the numerical 0. I think so. Say control and then round closing bracket. The 0 which you have on the top, I mean. I think so that should work. Just update me, Rajkumar. Did that work for you? any any prob with the screen now? Now I'm getting a message that the resolution of the screen is not okay. Then I don't think so there is any prob relevant to this. I can increase the size though. Okay, forget about the link for the assignment, guys. The team member will take care of this towards the end. For now, we'll focus on the learning part. I hope that is okay for all. Yeah. I'm again saying, guys, uh, ignore that part of assignment for now. Team will take care that about that towards the end. Okay. As, don't ask me for assignment. Don't ask me for attendance. Don't ask me for quiz. No, I'm here to help you out with what? With the learning part. That's the first thing. Second, I guess I gave you some tasks yesterday. Anybody who completed that task by chance? Did you completed the task? What was the task? I had asked you to write down this task 3 with the help of nested if. So if anybody of you have done, can you paste the formula in the chat box? I'll be happy to see the formula. The task was I did this with the help of IFS, where I was having if the sales is between 0 to 2 lakh, then 2% commission, 2 to 3 lakh, then 3% commission, and so on. But then I gave you an input on this that it can be done by nested if also and by IFS also. So I had asked you to do that with IF, that is nested if within if. Anybody who had done that? I can see one input from Raj. Wow, amazing. And you even said that into F3, smart way of calculating the amount to be paid. Very good. The team is saying that all the links are working well, so you can just check the links afterwards. Raj, perfect formula. Anyone else who had done that? Anyone else who did that? Yash Paul has also done the task, and your formula also seems to be okay. The only thing, Yashpal, which you could have ignored was you don't need to say greater than 5 lakh. Why? Because in nested if you have an option of false part. So you could have said directly over there 10% after 6%, right? But then the formula is perfect. Very good. I'm happy to see that you're giving try, guys. This is what you have to do. You're learning something which is very practical topic, and it becomes interesting only when you start playing with it. So try out the new ways of working. Okay, fine. Even Mahesh has done with the task. But then Mahesh, you went with less than 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh, and then 6 lakh. Mahesh, then what will happen if the sales value is more than 6 lakh? No, that was not. I didn't give the rule of it has to be less than 6 lakh. Our last rule was all transactions which are above 5 lakh should get what? 10%. I hope you got my point. So when you're writing up the criteria, just be very careful. So either you say greater than 5 lakh, that is doable, or you say just 10% after 6%, even that is fine. Okay. uh, Again, the next formula which was pasted by the girl with, even you had done the same thing. One is I can see the spell of ifs, if is wrong. You just said if, it has to be if. And the second thing you said less. How can you write that less than 6 lakh? I didn't give that condition. Be extra careful, guys. Otherwise, we are talking about the real time. This is a kind of an assignment. It was okay. But then in real time, if you add additional criterias, you are giving a different instruction. I hope you're getting the point. Yeah. So don't say less than 6 lakh. No, say greater than 5 lakh. Makes sense. Or say 10%. That also makes sense. Fine. But I'm again saying I'm very happy to see that few of the participants have literally given a try, and they have pasted their formulas in the chat box. Thank you so much for that. Chalo. With that, we'll start with our new learning. I am on the worksheet named as remove duplicate. So your workbook is same. I went with the same workbook. It's just that you have multiple sheets over there. So I am on remove duplicate. I have a huge data set with me. And now I hope you all will agree that if the data set is having duplicate values, we cannot use that for analysis. What we will be getting? We'll be getting an incorrect result. If the sales was 10 lakh, we'll get it 12 lakh or something, because there are some duplicate transactions. So before you begin with any process, what care you need to take? What care you need to take? Check, is your data clean? Check, is your data a unique data or not? Now let's say I don't want to check whether there are duplicates or not. But then if there are duplicates, I would like to simply remove them. I want to delete all the duplicate values. How can I do that? I am on the worksheet named as remove duplicate. I am going for the tab called as data tab, and then in the data tab I can see a group called as data tools. I am within my data set. I'm going for data tab. In the data tab I can see a group called as data tools, where there is an option of remove duplicate. When I click on remove duplicate, I will get a dialog box. What is the dialog box saying? The dialog box says that these are all the columns you have. Now, how would you like to go? Would you like to remove duplicate records, matching one by one each of the value in the record? Or you just want to focus on any one of the column? Like maybe you want to say that if the order ID is repetitive, you delete that record. Or maybe you want to say that if all the values of every cell are matching, then you delete. I'll go for this one where everything is matching. I would like to erase that. So I'm saying select all and a simple OK button, and see, I got that result. It says 14 duplicate records were there and they had been erased now. See, now I have 6410 number of transactions. Initially it was going for 6425 something. I hope that was a simple and easy concept. I'll just give you one more example of this where you can use this technique. Suppose if you have a list of column with lots of random values and you just want to know how many different order sources you have. You just want to know the list of order sources. Even in that case, I can select that column, go for remove duplicate and say okay. See how easily I could fetch that unique list. Are you getting my point? So it's not just for removing the duplicate records in your entire file. Let's say I have a list of subcategories and I want the unique list of subcategories. What I'll do, I'll copy paste that. I'll go for my data tab. I'll go for data tools group and I can find an option over there called as remove duplicate. Select, you just have one column, choose that, say okay, and again okay. And I got so easily the list of 17 unique values I have in subcategories. I hope you got the concept, guys. The option is not available in my Excel. No, I don't think so. That's possible. You should have that option. We all have that option. I have specified it where to search. Go for data tab, go for data tools group, and you can see an option with some cross mark, which is called as remove duplicate. I'm damn sure you have that. Okay, now I have got this list. Let's say somebody was asking that I want my user to select the order source. So what I want ahead, I want my user to have a drop down over here. Based on the drop down, he'll be choosing something. So I can apply the combination of remove duplicates and then my data validation. How? I'm at the cell AI where I want a drop down. I'll go for data tools group, remove duplicate. I'll get a dialog box where I'll say allow what? I'm repeating. I'm on the cell where I wish to create a drop down. Now I'll go to the data tab. I'll go for data tools group. Just below remove duplicate, you'll get an option of data validation. What is data validation? Data validation means you are restricting the user with a particular type of entry. So when I click on data validation, I'll get a dialog box and it is asking me allow what? I'm saying allow my user to pick something from the list I'm providing. What I'm saying, allow my user with the list of options I'm providing. Now it is asking me, okay, then where is your source? I can either type the source, kept separating by comma one by one, or I can just select that list which I have created just now. See, I cannot pass the list from here because it is holding duplicate values. But then I can pass this list. It has that unique list pattern. If I say okay, check, the user is now having that drop down. Easy to go. I hope you got. Somebody had asked this yesterday or maybe today how to create the drop downs, how to use data validation. Are we good with this? Did you got both the concept remove duplicates on record, remove duplicates on specific column, and then just to add up how to have a drop downs for the users? All good? I'm just checking onto the chat box if there is any question. What's the problem with the assignment, guys? Assignment link is not working. Team, is it so? Or the link is working? Rajkumar, again, unique formula is available only in 365. So I don't know if the user are lucky enough, then yes, guys, you have a formula called as unique. If you are working with 365, I can pass a column of unique also, and it gives me the same unique list. But then, as I said, I don't know if you have that feature or not. Okay, it is working for few. That means there is no prof with the link, at least from our end. Okay. Yeah. Now let's move for the next one. Our next topic is text to column. I'm requesting you guys to pay attention when I'm showing you something at my end. Okay? Then, if you have queries and questions, you drop them in the chat box so that I can really take up your questions. Okay? I am on text to column. I think so. Yesterday, we covered this concept of text to column, which will help us to split the data. But then I'll quickly take it again. I have product ID and I want to break that into three different columns. One option for us was to write left, mid, and right function to split that. And option number two is select that data, go for your data tab, and in the data tab, like we did yesterday, you can use the option of text to column feature. When you click on text to column, you'll get a dialog box which is saying, how is your data? Is it a delimited data or a fixed width data? In our case, it is a delimited data. That means it is having a separator. So I'm saying go for delimited one and next. On the next screen, what I need to do, I just need to pass my delimiter. But then this time, I don't have tab or semicolon or comma or space as my separator. So what I'll do, I'll say I have something other, my own special symbol, and I can pass that symbol. So I'm passing hyphen over here. The moment I pass the correct symbol, you can see the list has been broken down into three different columns. Simple. Now I'll click on next. When I click on next, it is asking me where would I like to see the output, the location of the output. If I keep it A1, it will overwrite my product ID with this result. So to keep a copy of that, I'll say that you give me the result at B1. I'm passing the address of B1 and finish. See, I had broken this column into three different columns now. Correct? This could have been done by writing a left, mid, and right function also, or text to column also. But like I explained yesterday, anybody who can tell me the difference between splitting that by text to column and by writing left, mid, and right? Any difference? If you can recognize that, tell me. I'm looking under the chat box. What is the difference between these two methods? Going with left, mid, and right, and using this text to column, because both are giving me the same output. Then what is the difference? Or when to go for which one? Any idea? Any hint? Could you guess that? When to go for which one? No, I cannot see any input. What happened, guys? I said that yesterday, I guess. Very good, Sanjana. Very good. Awesome. What is the difference? See, I'm writing a left function over here and I'm saying from the left side of this cell, get me three letters. Correct? I'll copy this down. I'll copy this down and I got my result. But the impact is if I now go and change my product ID to ABC, what will happen? This will get changed to ABC, but then this one, which was done with the help of text to column, won't get updated. So this is static and this one is a dynamic way. So when your inputs are changing, sometimes maybe you want your result to get edited accordingly. In that case, go for formulas. I hope the concept is fine, clear? Yes? Though, yes, I agree that this one was fast and easier to go, but then it is static. So I won't say this is correct or that one is correct way. It just depends on your requirement. Yes? Yes? Okay. Now I'm going for the next window. My next worksheet is named as Flash Field. Now, what is this Flash Field? I again have my product ID and I want to split that like I did before. But then there is something called as Flash Field in Excel which can do this without writing any formulas and without even going for text to column. What is that? What is that? See, check on my screen. I'm saying FUR. If you are, enter. If you are, enter. OFF. And can you see a dim format was getting appear on my screen? What is flash fill? Flash fill is a AI tool which looks onto the pattern you are passing, and it do make some guessing that maybe this is what you are looking for. If you are okay with the guessing, you can just say Control E. What is Control E? A shortcut key for flash fill. If you don't remember the shortcut key, in the data tab under data tools group, you have that option of flash fill. Amazing feature which will help you to, you know, train your data, give some training, and then as per your training, you'll get the outputs. See the amazing one now. I'm saying FU. I'm saying CH. No, wait. I'll just write that in small letters. FU, CH, AP. And I again got that. When I say Control E, it is getting fetched. It has understood that I'm looking for something from the middle, and that too in small letters. So the way I'm writing, it will detect as per the technique I'm passing, and I'll get the result. I hope you got the concept of flash fill. Yes. What is flash fill? Flash fill is a feature where you pass first few entries, and based on your first few entries, it will fetch the values for you. What is the shortcut key? Control E. I'm going for the next one, that is go to special. And a quick question for you. I'm at go to special. I have been provided today with a huge data set. And the first thing I want to do over here is I want to find out what all places are there where blank values are given. Can you tell me how can I check that? How can I check the blank values in this entire data set, because the data set is quite huge. So how can I check those blank values? Any idea? Blank values at every column. I want to highlight them with red color so that I can share that with my juniors and I can ask them, can you just feed the infos which are highlighted in red? They are missing. But then how can I highlight them? Any idea? Any idea? Okay. So I got the input as Control G, but then what has to be done after Control G? Check. I'm going to say Control G. What is Control G? A go to special dialog, a go to dialog box, I should say. And then in go to dialog box, there's an option of go to special. In this, you have an option of go to special. When you say go to special, you'll get a dialog box where you can indicate where would you like to jump. So I can say go to all the blanks and okay. Can you see all the blank values are highlighted now? Now don't click anywhere. It is just taking you to the blank values. So don't click anywhere. Just keep your selection as it is. Go to the home tab, go for the field color and highlight that color. Isn't that an amazing way to indicate that, okay, these are the missing values? Yeah, got that? Did you got that? How can you highlight the missing values? Yeah. Now, the next question. Let's assume in the product ID column, wherever there is a missing value, wherever there is a missing value, what I want, what I want, I want that value to get replaced with or filled with whatever is written above. Because that product ID is missing, only reason is because the ID was similar. I'm repeating what I want. Wherever the product ID is missing, I want it to get filled with the about text. So how can I do that? Check on my screen. I'll again say Control G. I'll again say Control G. I'll click on special. I'll again say blank like I did before. And okay. Fine. What is getting highlighted? All those red brackets, red color cell are getting highlighted. Now, what should I do? How can I get the above values over here? Maybe few of you will think that I'll say Control D. No, it won't work. I'm going to say equals to. I have not clicked anywhere. Remember, that is important. Don't click anywhere. I'm saying equals to. I'm passing the upper cell. equals to upper cell. That is what the formula I'm looking for. Wherever there is blank, pull the above data. But then after this, don't go for enter. Hit control enter and just see wherever it was highlighted with red, you are able to see the data which was written above. Can you see that? That's a very amazing way of filling your contents. Control G, go to special. It will highlight all the blank values for you, and then just say equals to up arrow keys. And remember to hit control enter. I'm again looking onto the chat box to see your inputs. Did you got both the concepts? How to highlight, and then after highlighting, how to fill them with a particular text if you want. Now that can be any text, okay? Okay, just to show you again, I'll say Control Z. It is highlighted. I want cross mark over there. Okay, I'm writing that XXX and I'm saying Control Enter. Can you see? Now at all the red color cell, I'm getting that cross mark. Set all the blank values. You write whatever you want. I hope you got that. Looking onto the chat box again, guys. All good? Did you got that concept, guys? How can I highlight them? You want me to repeat? Or we are good? I repeated that twice or thrice, but okay, I'll repeat that. If you want to remove the blank cell, what you can do? Okay, I'll answer that too, but then I'm repeating this concept for now. I'm selecting my column B this time where I have some blank values. I'll go for Control G, special, blank, okay. Now your blank values are highlighted. What would you like to feel over there? You take your decision. I'm saying enter data. Control enter. Can you see? Control enter is filling that enter data text at all the blank values. So it's simple, guys. Once it is highlighted, you do whatever you want. Highlight them with red, highlight them with yellow, fill a text, write a formula, anything. Now the next question was, how can we delete those values? So maybe I have few blank and I want to delete them. So let's see how can we delete them. So I'm selecting the column of order priority. After selecting, I'm again saying Control G, go to special, go for blanks, and okay. The blank values are highlighted. I'll just give them an orange color. Okay, and now you're saying that you want to delete. I gave an orange color just to show you that that's how the color impact can be given. Now you are saying you want to delete them. I'll say Control minus. What is Control minus? Control minus is a shortcut key to delete. Okay, now I'm getting a dialog box. You want to delete this. So what do you want? You want to shift the cell which are down upward. If you want that, you say shift cell up and okay. But I would say that this is wrong. Why? Because if I move down, what I did is I have just moved those cell up. I have mismatched my records. This is what we may do sometimes. We may go for a wrong key. So when you're saying Control minus, you select entire row. You want to delete that whole row. That makes sense. That if it is blank, delete that row. And now say okay. Got the point? Did you got my point? So maybe you have some random datas and you have some blanks in between. That's how you can easily remove the blank. Remember, it depends, guys. Now, what do you want to do? Highlight, fill them, or delete them? I have given you all the three options now in the go to special panel. Good to go? Yeah. Now I'll move for our next topic. Uh, Control enter because you want that formula to get pasted at all the cells which have been chosen by you. Enter will always bring you down and execute the current cell. What are you looking for? You want that formula to get filled for all the places which were highlighted. So Control enter. Okay. Once you have highlighted, you should not click anywhere. You should not click anywhere. You just continue with your working. It is just highlighting, or you want to say Control minus, or you want to fill that with some certain formulas. So choose your key after that. Fine. Okay. All good now. Now I'm moving for the next topic, that is pivot tables. Before I start with that, would like to know just in the chat box quickly, how many of you are using pivot tables? You are using pivot tables. You know how to build pivot tables. How many of you are aware of that concept? Maybe the basic one, the intermediate level, the advanced level, whatever it is, just tell me. Are you aware of the concept pivot tables? Yes or no? Yes. Perfect. Few of you are saying yes, I'm using that. You want to learn pivot tables, okay? You know the basic, okay? Mahesh says, I don't have any idea about the pivot tables. I'm aware, I'm using it. Yes, okay. So I can see max of the crowd is having certain knowledge of the pivot table. Okay. Pivot table is an amazing way of summarizing your data, guys. Okay, those who said that we are using pivot table, a quick question to you. What is the first step of pivot table? If I give you certain data, what is the first step you perform? Tell me. If I give you certain data, what is the first step you perform on that data? Tell me. What's your first step of pivot table? Any data, any random data I gave you. Tell me the first step you'll do. What is the first step you'll do? You will select the data. Okay. Okay. There's not to worry. I'll be starting it from very basic and I'll take you to the advanced level and we'll cover all the concepts of pivot tables which we should know. Okay. I was asking you a simple question that what should be the first step of pivot table? And whenever I ask this question to my learners, I always get the same answer. Select the data, which is wrong. No. I have to select the data, but before I select the data, I have to do one more step. Before I go for that step, I'm just giving you input on a very special feature which you have in Excel. Let's start with that. To learn that feature, I'm doing the first thing, that is I'm going for A1 cell. I'm going for A1 cell. I'm saying control A, control C. That means what I did, I have copied the data, correct? From A1 cell, I said control C. I have copied that data. Now I'm inserting a new sheet and I want to paste that. But while I'm pasting, I want to just paste that with a plain format. So I'm saying Control Alt V. Control V is a normal shortcut key which you use, but then this time I'm using Control Alt V, which opens a dialog box called as Paste Special. On the dialog box, it is asking me, what would you like to paste? All, only the formulas, only the values, or just the formats? I'm saying give me only the values. And okay. So I have just copied and pasted the data over here. Simple. I just copied and pasted the data. Now let's assume that's from where the data started. That's how I got my report. And I want to create a pivot table on this to understand how the working of my company is going. Every month, what is the profit generated? Which product is helping me to generate the highest profit? What are the number of transactions we have at each state? So I want to summarize all those things in the format of dashboards at our video. Okay, to start with, let's say this is my raw data. The first thing I'll do on this data is Control A, and I'll auto fit that data so that it is readable to me. Correct? How to auto fit the data? You can go to the home tab. In the home tab, you can go for cells group, go to format, and then say auto fit the column width. But then I usually go for shortcut keys. I prefer to go for them. So any option you have on your ribbon and you want to access that with the help of your keyboard. In Excel, you can or any Microsoft tool, I can say, if you want to access that, you can use the key Alt. See, the moment I have pressed Alt, what I'm getting on my window, my window had started popping up all the shortcuts. So if I want to go to the home tab, it says you press H. So I'm pressing H. When I press H, I can see the home tab has been activated with all the keys. Now it is asking me to go for what? Format. And for format, press O. And the moment I press O, I'm getting this window where it says if you want to go for autofit, you press I. Let me do that very quickly, because while I was doing it, you may have realized that okay, it's very slow. No, I'm saying Control A, Alt H O I, and I'm done with auto fitting. Isn't that good way to go? You don't need to always go with your cursor. You can go with that Alt key. Slowly, as you keep learning, you'll be able to remember the keys. Well, if you are having your Excel open, can you tell me the shortcut key for renaming a sheet? If you know that, or you can search that quickly for now. A shortcut key to rename the sheet. Tell me, how can I rename the sheet with the help of my keyboard? I'm checking onto the chat box for your answer. Wow, Sanjana and Ahmed were aware of that alt key, I guess. Very good. So tell me the shortcut key for renaming a sheet, guys, if you can answer me that. Wow, Sanjana, very nice. What is the shortcut key for renaming? No. F12 is for Yashpal, F12 function key is for save as, not for the sheet names. What I'll be doing, I'll be pressing Alt, again H, O, and here you have an option of rename. Alt H O R will help you to rename. See, the sheet has been activated and now I can go and rename it. Okay, Alt H O R, that is a shortcut key which will help you to rename your sheet. I won't say that you should know the shortcut keys for every option you have, but then the one which you use frequently, learn those keys. Okay, now the next thing I'll do on this data, let me just zoom this a bit so that it's visible to you. I'll do what? I'll start reading the data and checking up the formattings. So I have the first column, that is source name, which is helping me to know the data is from which year. So 18, 19, 20, and 21. That's what the data set is all about. My next column is order ID. What is order ID? The unique identification number given to each transactions, the invoice number. Then I have customer ID. Followed by that, I have order date. Any problem with the order date, guys? Any problem with the order date? You can see that the order dates are appearing in number format. Now what I want that order date to be in date pattern. How can I get that? I'm selecting my order date. I'm selecting my order date. I'm going for the home tab. I'm going for the home tab. In the home tab, you can see a group called as number, correct? Where it says it is in general format right now. But then I can open the drop down and I can change this pattern. I can change the pattern to what? I may change that to number. So when I change anything to number, the meaning is I would like to have 2 decimals. If I change that to currency, what does that mean? Currency means you want a rupee symbol over there or any currency symbol over there. If I change that to accounting, it means I want a currency symbol, comma separator, and 2 decimals also. The difference between accounting and currency is, in case of accounting, the rupee symbol, the currency symbol will be on the farmost left side. Likewise, I can change this to a short date, or I can even change that to a long date. And if you check over here in that list, you have options of changing your contents to time pattern, percentage, fractions, or scientific or text. Simple, easy to go, right? Now I'm changing up the date patterns for ship date. And as you know, I don't like to go for using that ribbon. So I would like to go for my pivot tables. I would like to go for my formatting with the keys. How can I do that? Check, listen very carefully. Before I start with that, I'll just show you my on-screen keyboard so that you know the keys I'm pressing. I'm on my on-screen keyboard. I hope you can see the keyboard. I'll be pressing this one number, or I can say that as an exclamatory mark, 2, that is at the rate, 3, that is hashtag, 4, dollar symbol, 5, percentage, 6, caret symbol, and a tilt icon which you can see below escape on our keyboard. Usually we have that below escape, a tilt icon. Now see the magic of these keys. I'm closing that and I'm performing. Check on my screen. Ship date is selected. I'm pressing Control Shift 1. What do you say? What I'm getting with that Control Shift 1? What I'm getting with Control Shift 1? Can I say it is helping me to change the formatting to what? To change the formatting to what? To numbers. Correct? Control Shift 2. What is that Control Shift 2 or Control Shift at the rate? It is a shortcut key for time. Control Shift 3. What is Control Shift 3 or hashtag? It will help you to get date patterns. Control Shift 4 if you press, you will get wait, I've just activated an app for which Control 4 is not working. Now see, Control Shift 4 is giving me currency impact. Control Shift 5 to get that percentage impact. Control Shift 6 for scientific, and Control Shift Tilt for general. I usually go for these keys whenever I want to change the patterns. So now I'm selecting my order date and ship date, and I'm pressing Control Shift 3 to change them to a date pattern. I hope you got that concept, guys. Control Shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the tilt icon. They're very easy to go, and they're amazing because they can help you to quickly change the formatting. It should be in date, month, year form. It is in date, month, and year form only. Correct? I hope you are good with this, guys. You have understood the shortcut keys, how you can change the patterns. And now let's continue reading up our data. Are we okay with that? We have the column of order date. Then we have the next column, that is ship date, helping us to know the date on which the shipping was done. Followed by that, the order source, from where we have received this order. So Flipkart, Amazon, Snapdeal, IndiaMart. Yes. Then I have product ID column, which is helping me to know the ID of the product which was ordered, the price, cost, quantity, the total cost of the same, the sales value of this, discount given, the shipping cost incurred in delivering this, what is the total sales amount, what was the priority of the order, customer who placed the order, some information about that, like customer first name, last name, segment in which he is working, city information, state info, country, region, age of the customer, the product which was been ordered, category of the product, and subcategory of the product. So what I was doing, I was understanding the data, and while I was focusing on the data part, I was even checking up the formattings. Are the formatting fine or not? Okay. The next thing which I'll do, okay, I have missed changing up the formatting of discount. Let me do that. I'll make that as percentage. Okay. Now let's move for the next one. I got this data, I read the info, and I have given the correct formatting. But then there is one more thing which I should do, that is giving a good formatting impact. With formatting, I mean a good background color and make it more presentable. Any idea, guys? How can I make it presentable? More or less something like I have over here, maybe in remove duplicate in index. Let's see. Tell me, guys, what will you do if I ask you to give this type of formatting to this data set, which is very boring black and white data? If I ask you to make it more presentable, give background colors, change the text colors, change the way the text is written, give border, tell me how much time you'll be needing if I ask you to change that formatting? How much time you'll need to change this boring black and white data into a colorful format? How much time? You need to make that presentable before you start with your analysis. It should be readable. I want to give borders, I want to give titles, more or less something like this. I want to make it. How much time? Can I say if I want to really get this one, I'll be needing 15-20 minutes to do that, to make that formatting, because I'll have to select the headers, go to the home tab, go and give the font color, change the background color, the text color, make it bold, again select the data, say all borders, correct? But then you have a better option over here in Excel that is called as converting your data set to table. Where do we get that option? Simple. Keep your cursor anywhere within the data set, go for the insert tab and say table, or press the shortcut key Control T. So when you say Control T and you say OK, your data set will get converted to a quite presentable method. It's easy to read, easy to show, easy to analyze. Agree? Yes? So less than 5 seconds, I should say. I don't need even 5 minutes for that. Not even a minute for that. Just Control T and say OK, and you're done with the formatting part. Yes? We are good with this? But then maybe I have given the formatting, I'm not happy with that blue color. So when you are in table, on your ribbon, you will have table design tab. On your ribbon, you have table design tab when you are in table. Where in the table style, you can see the patterns. So you can pick the pattern from this area also. If you're not happy with the inbuilt one, you can change the patterns from there. Second thing, I'll check this table style options now. It has the first option as click on the checkbox whether you want that or not. So you want header rows or not. The second option is banded rows or not. Banded rows means that alternate row shading impact which I was getting. I want that or I don't want that. In the same manner, I can go for banded columns also. I want them or I don't want them. So I can activate or deactivate. But then keeping row is really a good one to, make it more readable. You can highlight your first columns. You can even highlight your last column. Okay. And then there is something called as total row. Now focus on my screen. Before I go for total row, you might have seen this probe also a lot of time, that if I asked you to go and write a new record down, you will get confused between the column headers. And what do you do in that case if you're not able to read the headers? What do you do? Like, I don't know whether this is my order date or this is the order date. I don't know this is my price or this is the price detail. I don't know what is this indicating. I don't know that it was for quantity. So what you'll do if you want your headers to be there? What do you say, guys? If I want my headers to be visible, what should I do? Perfect. I guess you all are aware of that you'll be using freeze pane area to freeze that first panel, and then you can scroll down and then you can work, correct? But then again, table is having an amazing feature. I'm again on the top. See, I'm scrolling down. Tell me, did you realize something? Any difference when I'm working with table as compared to the normal range? A table tool is amazing feature you have in Excel. It have lots of properties. Can you see that? Yes, your rows are frozen by default. You don't need to freeze them. Correct? So when I now move down, I can read the headers. They are visible. I don't need to freeze them. Agree? Clear on this part? The next thing. Let's say I have a column of total sales and total cost, but then there is no column called as profit. So I would like to create a new column called as profit. To create that, I'll go for a new place which is blank at AB, and I'm creating my new column. Now just see the magic when I start creating up a new column. I'm naming this new column as profit. After naming the column, I'll just hit an enter key. Tell me the impact, guys. What is the impact when I say enter? Control R use. Why do you use Control R? I'm sorry, I didn't got that. What is the impact, guys? When I say profit and I hit an enter key, what is happening? What is happening? What is the benefit? That profit column is automatically becoming a part of my table. I can still see the table design tab. I can still see the table design tab. That profit column is becoming a part of my table automatically. That's the first thing. It's even catching the formatting for me. So I don't need to, apply the formatting of my previous column on the new column manually. It will take care to get the impact automatically. I hope you got this point. Now, I'll be writing up my formula for profit. What is the formula for profit? I'll say equals to, and I'll go to my total cost and total sales. So profit is nothing but the difference of what? Total cost and total sales. That means L2 minus K2. L2 minus K2. That is the formula which we usually write. But then when you're working with table, you again have a benefit. What is that? See, I'm selecting L2, but it is not saying L2. What it is saying? What it is saying? It is saying at the rate total sales minus. I'm passing the column of cost, but then it is saying at the rate cost, not K2. So no L2 minus K2, which is challenging to read. Sometimes when you are passing that, instead of L2, you may pass I2 also. But when you get these table headers, column headers, they're easy to read. You'll understand the header names. You are very sure that you're passing the correct formula. Are you getting the benefit of table, guys? Are you understanding this? That instead of writing the cell addresses, better you pick the column names. What do you usually do? What we were doing yesterday when we are done with writing the formula? What we were doing after that? We used to hit an enter key and then I want that formula to get copied down. So what I do? I double click and I drag that formula down. Correct? Correct? Now, but when I am in table, see the magic and you tell me what is the impact. I'm just hitting an enter key. What is the magic? Tell me. I'm looking onto the chat box. What is the magic? Any benefit? What I'm getting if I'm working with table? What I'm getting? Ha, very good, Ashish. What I'm getting? Isn't that amazing? I don't need to take the cursor to the corner and double click and then drag it down. Correct? It will automatically fill your formula till the end. Till the last record you have, your formula will get filled. You don't need to drag. Why? How come this is working? See, you're saying table. So table means it is a record. If it is a record, a logic given for the first record should be similar for the second one, third one, fourth one. Make sense? Correct? We learned yesterday the concept of cleaning, correct? So let's say I am at AC and I'm creating upper function, let's say. Okay, so I'm writing upper, enter. I'm just repeating it quickly now. I'm writing a new column. The moment I write the column name, it becomes a part of my table. I'm writing a formula as equals to upper. Who's upper? I'm saying category column. So see, it says at the rate category. It don't says at the rate, sorry, it don't says upper of Z2, which we were getting yesterday. Correct? And when I say enter, amazing, that entire formula had been dragged down for me. Easy to go? Yes? Now, okay, I'll just summarize this much first and then I'll go for the next concept because there are lots of things you have in table. I'm summarizing. First, how to convert a dataset to table by pressing Ctrl T, or you can go to the insert tab and say table. Second thing, when you are in table, at your ribbon, you'll be getting a table design tab where you can go change the color patterns, or you can use this table style options to indicate filter should be there or not, banded rows should be there or not, header rows should be there or not. Okay. Next, when you are with table, as you scroll down, your headers will be always visible to you. So you don't need to freeze them. Next, when you create a new column, that new column will automatically become a part of your table. You don't need to instruct that. Also, the new column will catch the formatting as per your previous columns. When you're writing a formula, your formula will automatically take reference of the column name instead of the cell address to make them understandable. And when you hit an enter key, your formulas will get dragged down. Before I go for the next one, are we good with this much? Are this much inputs okay for you regarding the table concept? Quickly in the chat box, I'm looking for that. Any queries and questions on this part? Else I'll add more pointers on the concept of table. Okay, we are good with this much? Perfect. Great. Guys, I want you to be an active participant. We have 100 plus viewers over there, and I should get my chat box with those many inputs, right? In the data set, we created that in the data set only. I was having a plain data. I just said control T and I have converted that data set to a table. Yeah. Now I'll move for the next one. I have a column of profit, and let's say I want to analyze that profit easily, where it was high, where it was low. So what I'm doing is I'm selecting the column of profit. I'm going for the home tab, and I'm using the feature under the style group called as conditional formatting. What is conditional formatting? Conditional formatting means you are formatting your data based on criterias. When I go to conditional formatting, I can see an option called as data bars over there. And when I go to data bars, I can see the bar options. So I'm just using one of the color bar from there, that is green color. What is the logic? As per the profit generated, you will be able to see the bars are drawn over there. Can you see the bars? So if I just arrange this in descending order, maybe it becomes easy for you to understand. See? So higher the profit, more will be the field color on the data bars. Lower the profit, lower will be the data bar impact. I hope you got that. Yeah, this is a very good way. I'm pressing Ctrl Z now. This is a very good way of analyzing your data, where the profit is high or where the profit is low. In the same manner, let's say whenever there is a transaction relevant to furniture, I want to write that in a particular pattern. I want to give a different color to that. So I'm selecting this uppercase column. I'm going for conditional formatting. I'm going for conditional formatting, home tab, conditional formatting, and I'm saying highlight the cell rule. First option, highlight the cell rule, where it says highlight it based on what? I'm saying whenever the data is equals to. When I say equals to, I'll get a dialog box. I'm saying whenever it is equals to furniture. See, all the values which are relevant to furnitures are getting highlighted, but then you are free to change the color. So I'm making that as yellow color and okay. Did you got that? Yes. You just need to write down the text and then pick the color. I'll repeat the concept of data bars again, but then this time I'm doing it for age column so that you can easily see the bars. I'm selecting the age column. Step number 1, select the column. Step 2, go to home tab and choose conditional formatting. Step 3, select data bars over there. And step 4, choose the color of the bar you want. And see, as per the value you have, the size of the bar will get designed. Now, okay? Did you got the concept of conditional formatting? How you can use feature of conditional formatting to highlight your data? Yeah. I'm doing the last thing now on the table part. Let's say I want to add some new records. So I'm going to the end. I'm going to the end and I'm just writing record numbers. Now I'm not bothered about the data. So I'm just writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I can see, the moment I'm adding new records, even those new records are becoming part of my table. I don't need to resize my table. Agree? Guys, before I go ahead, I cannot see today any like button from you. Only 9 like buttons are there. Yeah, I hope you all are enjoying this session, guys. I'm not going too fast. The pace is fine. Yesterday, somebody was saying that it was too fast to catch. Yes, we are going good. I hope you are able to understand the concept. We'll soon create a dashboard on this data, guys. But then before I start with dashboard, the concept of table plays an important role. So I just thought to first cover that and then move ahead. Yes, we are going good. All well? Perfect. Perfect. Great. Okay. But then that yes is also been dropped only by few of the participants, hardly 10, 15. Share your thoughts, guys, in the chat box. I'm waiting for that. Okay. I've added 6 records. Now what I want to write down the values, but then I'm not bothered about the values too much. I'm just writing this total cost. Some random numbers are written by me. Just some random numbers, guys. Again, I'm saying we are not bothered about the values. Okay? So I've just written some cost values and now I'm writing the sales value. And you'll see the amazing result now. What is the amazing result? And I'm writing that the category of this was furniture, technology, office supplies, furniture. What can you see? Isn't that amazing? What can we see, guys? What can we see? Anything which we have written over there at the start as an instruction, what had happened? It had copied those instructions down for us, right? I just changed the value to show you the data bars impact. Can you see that, guys? Your since you said convert it to table, the table will retain the property of what? If I add some numbers over here at the age, just check. They are getting, oops, sorry, age cannot be 555. I'll say 67, 39, 19, and see. So this is like I have to give my instruction only once to the table, and table will repeat those instructions for all the new records I'm adding. The data validation, the conditional formatting, my formulas, my highlighting impacts, everything is taken care. So can I say that is an amazing tool? Yes? Can I say that is an amazing tool? Yeah? Now, so that was all about the table. Now I'll take the concept of pivot tables and we'll learn how to build dashboards by using pivot table. But then for pivot table, guys, what you'll be using? For pivot tables, what you'll be using? You use the data which I have given you under the sheet called as data set for pivot only, so that we all get the same result. In the table part, we have added our own new columns and rows, so maybe the answers will vary. So I am at data set for pivot. This is the same data which we have used before. Okay. Now, to create pivot table on this, I'll go for the insert tab and I'll say create a pivot table. Keep your cursor within the table, go for insert tab and then say pivot table. Remember, when you are in table, under the table design tab, the first area is called as table name, which will help you to know the name of the table, or you can even go and give your own new names. Like I gave a name to this data set as pivot data. Okay, so I'm going to the insert tab now. I'm saying pivot table. When I click on pivot table, what I'm getting a dialog box which says, this is your data, pivot data, and it is asking me, where would I like to create my pivot? I'm saying create that on the new sheet. And I'm saying, okay. Now what will happen with this? A pivot table will get created on the new sheet. Okay, simple. Just insert tab, pivot table and okay. Now what is pivot table? A tool which will help you to summarize. Let's say I want to know how much profit I have earned with respect to the different order sources I have. What I want to know, the profit I had earned with respect to the different sources I have. So when I am on the pivot towards the right side, I'll be getting pivot table fields area where the list of all columns which are there in the current table will get popped up, and down there are 4 areas. You need to just drop any of the value from here into the relevant areas, and as per your dropping, your reports will get designed. So I am dropping the column called as order source. It's a mouse drag and drop event. The moment I drag and drop, what I'm getting on the screen? List of all the unique order sources I have. What I'm getting? List of all the unique order sources I have. Now what I want? At the values part, what I want? I just want to know the profit. But then as I scroll, there is no column called as profit. Just to remove your confusion, avoid your confusion, you created a profit column, but then that was on your table part, not in dataset for pivot. So you don't have profit column. So now I'm showing you how to create your own custom columns within the pivot. One option for you is definitely you go to your data set and create a profit column over here towards the end, like you did before. Or option number two is create your custom columns within the pivot. How? I have dropped my order source in the row. Now I'm dropping, sorry, not dropping. Now I'm moving for my pivot table analyze tab. Remember, guys, your tab names will vary as per the version of Excel you have. So you may have a tab name over here as just analyze, or options, layouts, and design, or you have pivot table analyze tab. But then you will get the feature of calculations in any one of the tab. So when I go for the group called as calculation, I can see a setting over there called as field item and sets. What do you need to do, guys? Keep your cursor within the pivot. If it is in the pivot, you will get some extra tabs on your ribbon. I'm moving to pivot table analyze tab, and I'm saying pivot field item and sets. When I go to field item and sets, I'm getting an option called as calculated field. That means I want to create my own calculated column. When I click, I'll get a dialog box. What is the dialog box asking me? The name of the column, the new column which I'm designing. I'm saying name the new column as profit. Now down, it is asking me for the formula for profit. What's my formula? I'll delete that 0. Equals to will be as it is. Below, there is a list of all the fields available in the current table. What I'll do is, I'll just double click on total sales, which will get picked over here, and then I'll say minus, I'll double click on total cost, and I'll get total cost. Sales minus cost. And I'm saying okay. And I got that amazing result. What I got on the screen? I got my new profit column. I'm just looking onto the chat box to know if this concept clear to you. How to create your own custom columns. Are we good with that? How to create your own custom columns? Did you got the feature? Yeah. What I did, I went to pivot table analyze tab, field item and sets. I set calculated field. I gave name to the new column, and then I have wrote the formula. If you ever want to edit that, at the drop down, you'll be able to see the headers, select, and you can edit. So I have repeated that. Few of you are asking me to repeat, I repeated that. What I'm doing, I'll write the name of the new column, and then I'll write the formula, that is total sales minus total cost. That's how I can create any custom column of mine within the pivot. Okay? Now okay, guys? Or you want me to repeat it one more time? Chalo, I'll create a different column now. Let's say I want to calculate 10% of the profit. So I again go for field item and sets, calculated field. I'm going for calculated field. Let's say I'm creating a column of commission. Chalo. I'm creating a column of commission. So I'm naming that commission. And what will be the commission? I'm naming the column commission. What will be the formula for commission? Let's say whatever the total sales amount is, I want to calculate 10% of that. Now is that okay? Now did you got the point? I'm saying what? Total sales amount into 10%. What will happen with this? a commission will be calculated with respect to the total sales amount. I'll say okay, and I got that commission column also. Now clear? Now clear? Yeah? Okay. Though I don't want commission, so I'm just going to remove that commission part for now. So this is our profit column. Yeah? Okay with this profit column, but then I would like to give a visual view to this so that I can analyze it in graphical format. So I can create a pivot chart on this. This was a pivot table. Now I'm creating a pivot chart. How? Keep your cursor within the pivot. Go for insert tab. Go for insert tab. And in the insert tab, you can see an option of charts group where there's an option of pivot chart. So I'll go to pivot chart. I'll go to pivot chart. I'll repeat. Keep your cursor within the table. Go for insert tab. In the insert tab, go for charts group, and you can see a special group called as pivot chart. Go for pivot chart, and it opens a dialog box for you asking you what type of chart you want. For the initial one, I'm going for the same clustered column, and I'm saying okay. So what I'm getting on the screen, a chart which is helping me to know the profit generated with respect to the different order sources. Okay, but then let's say you want to analyze this with respect to the different categories you have. So now what you can do is you can drop the column of category. Let me be on the pivot. I'm on the pivot. I want to analyze this with respect to the categories. So what I can do, I can drag and drop categories in my columns. Now what I'm getting, can you see the amazing result over here now? What I'm getting, category wise, order sources wise, that same profit column had been analyzed without me putting any efforts. I hope it is viewable to you. Yes? Any column you have added on the chart or on the pivot and you don't want that, just simply uncheck. That's how you can delete. So I'm deleting that for now. We just have category sources wise the profit. Okay. Now I want to change the formatting of this, make it more presentable. To make that presentable, I'll go for the design tab. In the design tab, so when you are in chart, you'll get pivot chart analyze tab, design tab, and format tab. So I'm going for the design tab. You pick the design you want. If you have done with picking the design, but then you want to change the color, go for change color and allot the color you want, the different color you want for your chart. You can choose the colors. I'll go for the same blue color only. Maybe I don't want over here the title. So it's simple, select and delete. Just to give more space for your window. If you don't want this legend which is appearing on the right side because you're working on one single column, maybe you don't want that. So again select and delete. That gives again more space. Perfect. Now let's say you just want this also to get hidden, sum of profit and order source, because you can read it over here at the X and Y axis. So right click on that sum of profit and say hide all the field buttons on the chart. You are getting those buttons only because you're working on pivot chart. What else I want on the chart? I would like to have the data labels above the chart so that I can read the profit number. To do that, go for design tab, go for add chart elements. In add chart elements, you can see an option of data label. When you go to data label, you can choose how would you like to show the data labels, center, inside end, inside base or outside end. So I'm going for outside end and now I can see the data labels over there on the screen. Data labels are there on the screen, but then maybe you want to highlight them. They are appearing in black color and you want to highlight them. So select the data labels, go for the format tab, go for the shape style and choose the pattern in which you would like to highlight those profit values. And see, they are now highlighted. It's simple concept. Select the labels, go for format tab, go for shape style, and choose the highlighting impact you want. Okay, that was my first data set, which was helping me to know what? Profit. Correct? I'll rename this sheet with the name as column chart. Okay, I have just renamed this sheet with the name column chart. Now I'm going back to the data set and I'm going to create the next pivot. I hope, guys, we are going good. You all are with me. You have understood how to create a custom column, how to use that in the pivot, and how to give a graphical view to the same, and then change the views. All good, guys? Everything is fine? Profit percentage for all cell. Abhishek will learn profit percentage afterwards, but then I'll cover that, not to worry. We are good with this much? You have understood how to give a graphical view? Okay. I'm going back to my data set for pivot, insert, pivot table, and OK. So I'm again starting from scratch, creating up a new pivot. What I want at this new pivot, I want my pivot table to help me with understanding the profit I have generated with respect to the different subcategories. So I'm dropping the column of subcategory in my row, and this is amazing that the profit column which we have created before is also available in our list. So I don't need to write the profit logic again and again. Once written, I can just drop that profit column in my values and see I got that profit with respect to subcategories now. Okay with that too? Yes? Did you got that? Got that? How can I get that subcategory wise the profit? Yeah? Again, let's give a graphical view to this. So I'll go to the insert tab. I'll go for pivot chart again. And I'm going to create a bar chart for this. A bar chart. And I'm saying, okay, the bar chart is drawn. But then, like we did before, I'll delete this total. I'll delete the title also. I'm going to hide the field buttons also. And I'm going to change the design. So I'll just pick a good design for my labels. And then I'll go for add chart elements, data labels, and I'll say outside end, show me the data labels and format them. I did this one quite quickly because we went slowly for the first one. So the concept is okay to you. Yeah, I would like to rename this as a bar chart now. I'll rename it as a bar chart now. After this, I'm creating one more. So I'll go for the data set one more time. I'm going for the data set one more time. I'll go for insert, pivot chart, and OK. Insert, pivot chart, and OK. Again, I know that I have my column of country over here. So I want to know, or maybe I'll go for date wise. So I am dropping my order date in my row. Now this is again amazing. When I drop order date in my row, what is the impact? Automatically, pivot table will give me the summarization of year wise 18, 19, 20, and 21. When I go for any of the year, if I click on the expand button, I can see quarters, expand button, I can see month, and then I can see the date. But then maybe, guys, this is purely based on the version of Excel you have. So if anybody from you is getting the result in this date format when you drop, maybe the chances. In that case, you just need to right click and then say group. Right click on your dates and say group this. When you go for group, you choose what all groupings you want. Like I can say, I want the groupings to be done on year wise, quarter wise, month wise. And I'll say okay. Now I got that 2019, 18, 21, and 20. Correct? And like I did before, I'm again dropping my profit at the values. Now, what I can see on the screen is again amazing. I can analyze my profit generated in each year with respect to each quarter and every month. Maybe at the summarization level, you want to focus on year and quarter level only. Then you can just check onto the right side. This custom fields are generated because you did that grouping for month, quarter, and year. You can see those virtual fields. Uncheck if you don't want month. So I'm going for this simple one. Year wise, quarter wise, the profit generated. I hope you again got this concept of how to create groupings in pivot tables and how to have year wise, month wise the report. Let's give a graphical view to this. So I'll go for insert tab once again. I'll go for pivot charts. I'll click on pivot chart. I'll get the dialog box. We usually go for line chart if you want to have report for what? A report for timeline, a report for date and quarter fields. So I've inserted a line chart. I'll do the same thing on the line chart. I'll delete the title. I'll delete the total. I'll hide all the field buttons from here. And then I'll go for the design tab to pick a good design. Add chart elements, data labels. Maybe I'll go for below. Maybe below I'll be able to read them. So I'll have to resize this to show the data labels, I guess. Add chart elements, data labels, maybe below. Now I can read those profit values. Yeah, I hope this is also fine for all. What is this? We created a line chart now where we can see the profit generated for each. Now let's assume that we are done with this analysis and we want to show that on the screen of dashboard. All set guys, we have our 3 charts ready. Now what is the next step? We want to see how we can use all these informations together and place them on the screen of dashboard. So to do that, I'll take a new sheet and I'll rename that as dashboard. And I'll do a very simple thing, that is I'll cut each of this chart and I'll place them on my dashboard screen. I'll cut them and I'll paste them on the dashboard window where I want the comparison to be checked. So everything is there at one single window for analysis. Let me just place them carefully. Okay, so my window is ready. I'll just go with giving some background color to this. So I'm saying Control Shift Home tab, and I'm just giving a gray color as in background for this dashboard area. Now what I want at the dashboard, I want this data to get analyzed, correct? Analyze with respect to what? Maybe I want to analyze this with respect to two things. One is, okay, before I go ahead, guys, tell me, is this much fine for you? Whatever I did up till this point, is that okay for you? Or you have any questions on this? Then only I'll move ahead for, creating that summary. I'm generating some space on the top so that I can have my filtering tools over there. You can create any number of charts like this. I just went with creating 3 charts for now for the learning. But then you can have any number of charts like this. We are good with this much? Yes, I've just placed them correctly on the screen so that they are easy to analyze. Okay, now check what I want. Whenever you hear the term dashboard, you may have came across a thing that a dashboard should be connected with a filtering tool so that my user can choose, is he interested in all the categories or you want to focus on only few of the categories. Is he willing to have a report for a specific uh, region, or he wants all the region? Now that's the scenario where slicer comes into picture. So when you say you're building dashboard, the most important role is of slicer. Okay, before I start with slicer, I'm just writing one formula over here which will help me to show the total profit I have. So I'm writing over here total profit. What I want, I'll just go for maybe merge and center over here, guys. I'm just formatting that quickly. I'll say merge and center. I'll go with some background color. I'll just change the text color, make it highlighted, bold. That's my total profit. Now, what I want down, I would like to show the total profit generated. What I want below this, I really want to show the profit generated. How can I do that? One option is I can write a formula to get the profit. Option number two, I can say equals to, go to any of my pivot table. Any of my pivot table. Instead of writing sum and then the profit, I'll go for my pivot table and I'm going to select this value, the grand total. This is again an amazing feature of pivot table. Whenever you pass the grand total of any column of the pivot, it picks a formula called as get pivot data. What will be the benefit of this? When your data change, this profit value will keep on changing automatically. Are you getting this? Or whenever you apply the slicer, even for slicer, this values will keep on changing automatically. You don't need to, change them. So let's see how to give slicer now. I'm just giving thick outside border to this and even to this one. Now I'm inserting a slicer. To insert the slicer, I'm just choosing one of my chart. I'm just choosing one of my chart. I'm going for pivot chart analyze tab. Pivot chart analyze tab. And I can see there is a filter panel over there where I can go and say insert the slicer. When I click on insert the slicer, I'll get a dialog box. What is slicer? Slicer is a filtering tool which helps you to filter the entire window of yours. When I go to insert slicer, it opens the list of all the columns I have in the current table. Now I can choose the column for which I want to have a slicer. Let's say you want slicer for state wise. So I'm selecting state and I'm saying okay. Now what I'm getting on my screen? List of all the states. What I'm getting on my screen? I'm getting list of all the states over here. Now see the magic. When I click on any of the state, can you see that it is changing the filter? Check and tell me. Am I good with this much? When I click on Andhra Pradesh, I can see the profit generated in Andhra Pradesh. Even this profit is changing and this is also changing. But then a quick question to you guys. All my charts are changing or only the column chart is changing? What do you say? All the charts are changing or only one of the chart which was chosen by me while I was creating the slicer is getting filtered up? What do you say? I'm changing Assam. I'm changing Andhra Pradesh. All three are changing or only one of them is changing? What do you say? All three are changing or only one? Only one chart is changing. Correct. Correct. Only one chart is changing. That won't make sense, right? What we want all our charts to get filtered up when I click on any of the option. Now, how can I do that? I'm selecting this chart. I'll go for slicer. Only one is changing. Correct? So I'm selecting the slicer. I'm going for the slicer tab. I'm going for the slicer tab. And in the slicer tab, if you check towards the start, there's an option of report connection. There's an option of report connection. When I click on report connection, I'll get a dialog box. When I click on report connection, I'll get a dialog box where in the dialog box, it is asking me what all charts you would like to connect with the slicer. In our case, we want to connect all the three, but that means you can choose which one should get filter and which should be static. Now see the magic. Your dashboard is ready. You're clicking on Andhra Pradesh, you're clicking on Assam, and you're able to know the profit generated by each. Profit generated with respect to the different sources, with respect to the different categories, and in each quarter and year, right? I'm just doing a bit change in the formatting of the slicer now. Select the slicer, go for slicer tool. First thing you can do is change the color of the slicer. Second thing, maybe you want more number of columns over here for the user to choose. Then you can again go to the slicer and you can indicate how many columns you want. So like maybe I can go for 3 or maybe even 4, so that the user will be able to see more number of options on the screen. And now, as per the click, see, the whole report is changing. Correct? Did you got that? uh, Ahmed, there are always events available on the right click, but then I always prefer to explain users from the ribbon. Reason is it becomes easy for you to find out the option and later on also search for them. Correct? Otherwise, events are available on the right click. Lot many events are available on the right click. Yes, I'll do the concept of slicer one more time, just with a different option. Let's say we want a slicer for category wise. So let's see how to make that. I'm selecting any one of my chart. I'm selecting any one of my chart. Then I'll go for my analyze tab. I'm repeating actually. I'll go for my pivot chart analyze tab. And then I'll click on what? Insert slicer. When I click on insert slicer, I'll get a dialog box. When I click on insert slicer, I'll get the dialog box. On the dialog box, I'll choose which particular column I want to use for slicing. Like this time I'm saying, give me category wise the result. So what I'll get on the screen, I'll get the list of all the unique categories we have. Simple. Now again, if I click on furniture, technology or office supplies, only this one single is changing. If I want all of them to get modified, I'll select the category slicer. I'll go for slicer tool. I'll go for report connection and I'll say connect this with all the three. I can change the look of the slicer by selecting the slicer, going for slicer style and choosing the pattern I want. Also, like I can see there is some white space, so I can increase the size of my slicer maybe. So I can go for this height option and I can increase the height so that I get a bit more space for showing up those slicers. Now see, when I say furniture, technology, office supplies, Kerala, I am getting my profit summarization. Isn't that easy and amazing? Remember, even this total profit is changing, so I'm able to understand in Kerala with respect to office supplies what is the total profit generated. Getting slicer header, you want to hide the slicer heading. Why? Which heading? I am sorry, I didn't got that. Tell me, guys, am I good with this much? Did you got this point? Did you got this point, guys? Are we good till this? All good? Did you got how this dashboard can be designed? I'll just add one last pointer on the dashboard if this much is okay to you. Again, guys, asking, I would like to know from you, did you enjoy this learning of dashboard where we understood how to create pivot tables, pivot charts, place them on one screen, have the total profit, connect the slicers, and move the number of slicer columns? All good? Yes? Enjoying this? Enjoying the concept of slicer? Concept of dashboard? Can I say that this is really good if I show up my report, my insights by using this graphical view and I give my user a filtering tool also? It becomes really presentable and easier for anyone to understand. Agree? Agree? Nahi. Vansh, it is not tough. It's just that you're looking onto this for the first time. Even when I started learning, I was like, oh, how to do that? I'm not getting it. But then you are lucky enough you have recordings, correct? Use those recordings and then you can, do it once. Right now, what is happening is you're just listening to the session. So when you do it one or twice, you will be like, okay, very easy to go. It's like nothing. Slicer. You'll always say Slicer is the basic level Excel because it's very easy for you now. Okay. One last thing, guys. One last thing over here. When we were talking about the filtering, maybe you would have to go for an option of giving timelines, like month wise the filtering, year wise the filtering. In that case, again, you have an amazing feature called as timeline. So I'm just selecting one of my chart and I'm saying insert a timeline. When I say insert a timeline, I'll get a dialog box. I'll select the column name. Timeline is purely for date field, so you'll get only the options of dates you have. I'm saying order date and okay. Now this is my timeline. What is the purpose of timeline? It gives user an option to filter the report month wise or year wise. So see, if I say show me the report of October 19, November 19, December 19, I'll get that report. And I can again go for timeline. I can say report connection and connect that. Now, in case of timeline, it won't make sense for me to filter the line chart because line chart is anyways having month wise or quarter wise the report. So I won't connect line chart. I'll just connect bar and column. That was the reason I was saying you need to choose what should be filtered up. I'm selecting only bar and column chart and okay. Now see, November 2019, what is the profit? October, September, and I can see the profit at both the columns. Furniture car profit in September 2018 in Karnataka. Oh, very bad. Karnataka didn't create any profit at the time. Let me just change that filter to something else. Kerala, we don't have any profit. I okay, I got something. In Delhi, for September 19, under furniture, you have a profit of 196 rupees. Yes, I hope you got that. That's how the entire dashboard is ready. Yeah, but then I just have few more pointers to be checked quickly on the pivot tables. So if you permit, I'll go ahead. We are good with this much. You're still there with me. You're still listening, still enjoying, still trying to digest of the contents. Yes. Order date was created, Rajkumar, by using timeline. Go to pivot chart analyze tab and say insert timeline. Okay, and you'll get it. Any other queries or questions on this part, or I can move for the next? I can move for the next, I guess. Yeah. I'm back for data set for pivot. Just again, some quick inputs on what are the things you can do with pivot tables. Okay. So I'm on the data set for pivot. I'll go for insert tab, pivot tables. Uh, Rajkumar, I cannot define ever. I have 13 years of experience in this stream, and I cannot define what is basic and what is advanced. Because for me, as I know everything, which I'm showing you, I'm like this all are basic for me. But then for those who are learning it for the first time, these are quite advanced level. If you talk about at the corporate level when you go, this is an advanced learning because dashboard goes to advanced level. Pivot table simple one is easy, but then the custom column which we created, not everyone is aware of that. Table concept, not everyone is aware of that. I hope you got my point. Yes. That is what I said. Not that about Mahan Atma, but then the point is the things which you know, you will like ABCD is very easy for us. But if you ask that for KG1 student, he'll say, no, it's very tough. Simple logic, correct? That's the rule of life. So I'll say okay, and I'm on a new window. I'm on a new window and I'm creating up a pivot table. What I want over here. Now focus a bit more. You are focusing, I know, but a bit more. I'm dropping order source and I want to see the profit. This was a question asked by somebody. I'm dropping profit. Easy, simple. I am not able to analyze the profit right now. This you all know how to make, so I did that very quickly. But then it's challenging for me to understand where the profit is high or where it is low, because this all figures are with 7 only. So it take time for me to understand. So I'm selecting this. I'm going for the home tab. Like we learned the conditional formatting feature before, I'm applying that conditional formatting here also. I'm going for conditional formatting and I'm saying give me data bars on this. Maybe a darker color. And now I can say it's easy for me to understand where the profit is high or where it is low. Yeah, now it's better to understand. When you are in the pivot, you may sometimes want to change the design of the pivot. So you can simply go to the design tab of the pivot, open the drop down of pivot table style, and pick a good design and make that more presentable. You can have borders also by adding banded rows and banded columns. Here on the rightmost side, you have an option of zoom, which I have used for zooming in. I hope you are good with this much. How I changed the formatting of the pivot? I went to the design tab, I went for pivot table style, I picked some color, and then I activated banded rows and banded columns also. Also, I went for giving up a conditional formatting on this. So how I did that? In the home tab, go for conditional formatting, go for data bars, and pick the bar. This will help you to analyze the profit better. But then still it's not that easy for me to understand. Do I have a way by which I can show this profit in percentage format? And the answer is yes. So do I need to write the formula? Because technically the formula is what? Grand total divided by profit. Grand total divided by profit, and I'll get that profit percentage. But then pivot is amazing. I am dropping the same column of profit one more time at the values. I'm dropping the column of profit one more time at the values, and I want this one to be in percentage format. So I'm going to right click on this, and I'm going to say show values as. I'll say what? Show values as. Show values as what? Percentage of grand total. And see, I'm done. I'm able to analyze the custom column. In fact, you can pick any column, okay? It's not that custom column will only work. Any column, any numerical column, you can analyze the profit values. But then I can see that in percentage format. And the amazing thing, remember, you have picked this data from table. So any new records you add in that table, your pivot will change everything for you. The whole dashboard will get updated for you. Maybe the profit percentage is fine, but then I want to again highlight them. So when I go to conditional formatting, I have one more option called as color scale. Again, this one is very good because I'll go with giving colors to the profit. So wherever the color is green, it indicates high profit, a darker red color, low profit, and then the values in the middle range are having a white tone. So this will help you to analyze your data as better. I hope you got this point, guys. Again, if you wish to rename, a column, you can just go to the headers and rename it. So I can say this is profit and this is my profit percentage. Okay. 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 Now I'll cover that also. How to remove the grand total. Suppose if you don't want that grand total, somebody was asking that. So you can go to design tab. You can go for grand total and you can say off for row and column. So now you don't have grand totals on the screen. Easy. You can go for grand totals. You can switch on or switch off the grand totals. Okay. Okay. Now have a look on my screen. You'll be in love with pivot tables, I'm damn sure. If you're learning it for the first time or if you were not aware of, okay, these are the setting options we have. I'm copying and pasting it ahead. Okay. So this was helping me to know sources wise the profit. Good. But then I just thought, can I analyze this with respect to the different region so that it's better? So I'm dropping the column of country. I'm dropping the column of country in my row, but then I'm dropping it above the order source, let's say, or maybe below. So let me drop it below only. So now what I'm getting? Amazing again. It is saying through referral, you generated 18.39% of the profit, but then it is also helping you to know based on each of the country what was the profit through referral. Isn't that really good to go? Did you got this point? Did you got this point, guys? The moment you drop a new field under this row, so it was like order sources wise, country wise, the order sources wise the profit. The moment I dropped country, what it is doing? It is helping me to know sources wise, country wise the profit. If I take order sources down and country above, what it is saying? Okay, in Australia, with respect to these different regions you have, that's your profit. China, with respect to the sources, that's your profit. Isn't that really helping me to understand my analysis? Are you getting this, guys? Are you getting this, guys? No, Ahmed, it is not necessary for you to keep the grand totals. You can activate or deactivate, it's your call. You want me to repeat? You want me to repeat anything? Chalo, I'll start this one from scratch. Okay, so I'm back to my data set. Give me 3 or 4 minutes more. I'll just start from scratch once again. I'm going for the insert tab. I'm saying pivot table and okay. Now I'll just pick some other column. So I'll drop the column of regions in my row. I'm dropping the column of region in my row. Okay, and the total sales amount in my values. I guess this one is easy for all. Total sales amount in my values. This is easy to go. Correct. Now I was saying that maybe you want to know region wise with respect to the different product categories you have, what is the sales done. So you can drop the category column in your row. And the moment you drop that category column in your row, it will just change the grouping. It says central region, this is your total sales with respect to the three sources. With respect to the and the amazing thing is, I can even go for create this report with respect to the different sources I'm having. So I'm dropping sources in my columns and see the amazing result. So with that, you just need to understand a simple concept as what? As per how you drop your values in these areas, the reports are getting generated. If I drop order source in my columns, what I'm getting region wise, sources wise, the total sales. If I add categories to this, what will happen? It creates those subgroupings for you. Region wise, category wise, this is your total sales. Did you got the point now? So like you are dropping up the things, your things are getting generated. So you learn this by dropping the things at multiple places every time. Take one data and just keep on dropping it at different areas. The next thing I was showing was when you right click, you have an option of show values as, where you can say show them as per the grand total. So see, I have just changed it to a grand total, and now it is helping me to know that 3.86% was the sales done in central region through referral. But then if you want to know the bifurcation with respect to categories, this is your bifurcation. When I check the grand total, it says 20% of your total sales is with central, 17% from Central Asia, and 21% from North Asia. Just keep dropping your fields. Just right click and change the show values as summarization, and you keep on getting the different reports. Now, I went with right click and I set show values as percentage of grand total. But then I can even change that to percentage of parent total. What is the meaning? I'm saying for furniture. So who is the parent for furniture? Central. So now if I say okay, it is saying 26% of the profit is generated through furniture, 34% through technology, and 38% through office supplies. Are you getting my point? Are you getting the point, guys? I have just given you the hint, guys, that right click, go for show values as, and then just keep on exploring the options you have over there, and you'll have amazing results on the screen. Yes, that's all, I guess. I should stop at that this point. I'll just do that profit column over here at the mini table also, and dropping profit over here. We check the profit 29% with respect to the different sources. But then if I right click on this profit, I say show values as, and if I say percentage of parent total, country as a parent, and okay. So what it is doing, it is saying ऑस्ट्रेलिया का जो 100% प्रॉफिट आपका है उसका बाइफिकेशन दिखा रहा है वो, कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया में 20% आपका प्रॉफिट रेफरल के थ्रू आता है, 19% आपका अमेजोन के थ्रू आता है, एंड वेबसाइट के थ्रू 14% आता है. So it's your call. You want to analyze it based on the grand total, or you want to analyze it based on the subtotals. You choose. Yeah. Now maybe better. You have got this concept. Okay. That's all from my side, guys, for this entire boot camp of 4 hours. I think so, guys. In 4 hours, you have got lots of things in your pocket. You have learned lots of concepts, starting from sum, average, count, if function, if with and, if with or, nested if, IFS, VLOOKUP, index with match, and today we learned the concept of tables. We learned the concept of how to create pivot tables, pivot charts, slicers, timeline, the whole dashboard, the concept of get pivot data, the concept of conditional formatting on your data, the concept of show values as in the pivot table, and what is that column and row areas. I try to give you the max I can in this 4 hours. I hope, guys, you all enjoyed this. It was beneficial for you. You gave your 4 hours to me. So I hope it was fruitful. It wasn't like, oh, I know all the concepts, nothing new. You have something or the other in your pocket, right? Something new in your list. Correct? I'm looking onto the chat box, guys, to read your comments now. Assignment link, I'll ask the team to take care of that. It was really good, beneficial, ma'am. Somebody's asking me, how would I know where to drop which field? That is with practice. That is with, I know what output I'm willing to get. And with that concept, I'll drop the fields accordingly. Did you got my point? It was great to learn. Okay, thank you so much, Ahmed, for that. क्या बताओ? I said that I gave the answer, I guess. After that, you might have dropped the message that you need to keep on dropping your fields at multiple places, and you need to first know what is your data and what are you willing to find out from that data, what is the insight you are looking for, and according to that drop your fields. Simple logic. Correct? Correct. Please give us, guys, getting job is an easy thing. Only thing is you should be a good learner. So if you have learned this 4 hours training, you attended that carefully, then I think so you can, confidently say that I know Excel. You learn lots of things. You can say that I know Excel. But then, brush up the things, give more practice, and then you can apply for the job. But then my well wishes is always with you guys. You all should get a good opportunity in the market. Try to crack them. Learn as much as you can, guys. Keep learning. At any age, you should never stop learning. Okay? Fine, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being there. Thank you for an active participant, active listener. थोड़ा हिंदी हो जाए. यस, आई नो हिंदी. ऐसा नहीं है कि मुझे नहीं आता. आई एम वेरी गुड इन हिंदी. मुझे हिंदी बहुत अच्छे से आता है. एक ही प्रॉब्लम है कि हमारे पास लर्नर्स में भी अलग अलग रीजन से है. तो आई डोंट नो एंड आई कैन नॉट, मैं से हर एक को नहीं पूछ सकती हूँ कि आपको हिंदी आता है क्या. तो बेटर है लेट्स गो विद अ कॉमन लैंग्वेज जो हर जगह पे यूज होता है. यस, यू वांट मोर डेटा सेट. राजकुमार बोल रहा है कि हमें और डेटा सेट दे दो जिसपे हम प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं. तो वो भी मिल सकता है गाइस, दैट इज नॉट एन बिग थिंग. अच्छा, आई एम गुड हिंदी हिंदी स्पीकर, राइट. Assignment should be done on the same topic. Again guys, for all these things I guess our team member will help you more better. Yes, I'm done from my part. I was enjoying, over here, to be over here, to see so many viewers listening to me, reverting in the chat box, enjoying the session, learning something new. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. Thank you so much. Just be there. Somebody from the team will join quickly and then they'll help you with solving all your queries. If the links are not working, they'll help you with resolving that too. Correct. You can go to Kaggle and then you can just solve the problems for there from there. Kaggle, Kaggle, is a website where you'll get lots of data sets and problem statements. Well, nowadays, guys, आप चैट जीपीटी को भी पूछ लो ना. उसको बोलो कि मुझे 10 असाइनमेंट बनाकर दे ऑन सेल्स डेटा, ऑन एचआर डेटा, वो बना देता है. ट्राई तो करो. गूगल को, चैट जीपीटी को, आपका जो मन करे वो पूछो, वो जवाब देता है. आपको पूछते आना चाहिए. दैट्स द ओनली थिंग. करेक्ट. Kaggle is the best place to get the data. But then even as I said, चैट जीपीटी पे भी ट्राई करो गाइस. चैट जीपीटी पे लिखो आपको, क्योंकि चैट जीपीटी का प्लस पॉइंट ये होगा कि वो आपको क्वेश्चंस देगा, उनके सॉल्यूशंस देगा और थोड़ा छोटा डेटा देगा इनिशियली टू स्टार्ट. तो उसको बोलो कि मुझे इफ पे 5 असाइनमेंट्स दे दो आप, जिसमें 4 कॉलम्स हो और 30 रिकॉर्ड्स हो. यू गिव वेरी क्लियर इंस्ट्रक्शन और वो आपको डेटा लाकर दे देगा. ट्राई दैट. एंड देन यू कैन ड्रॉप योर स्टेटस ऑन द चैट बॉक्स. मुझे पता करना है कि आपको चैट जीपीटी ने हेल्प किया क्या, या कैगल ने हेल्प किया क्या टू गेट योर प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व. I cannot see still any like button, guys. Is the like button what not working today? Yesterday it was 100 plus. Today it is just 9. Thank you, guys. Thank you. It was lovely to be there. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye, team. I'll leave the dice. You can carry on. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care and keep learning, guys.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, guys, just let me know if I'm audible. एक बार खाली चैट में डाल दो. How was the session? डाल दो. I'll understand. Session कैसा था? Okay, update मैंने किया. Okay. Great to learn from you. Thank you. Okay, looks like a lot of you really liked the session and ma'am का way of presentation भी तुमको अच्छा लगा. Okay, thank you, thank you. Yes, especially those who are pursuing data analyst. अरे मेरे को लग नहीं रहा यार. Ma'am, please reply. Ma'am खाना खा ली. I guess ma'am गई है. तो ma'am has left the stream. For those who are saying thank you to ma'am, I'll send your regards to ma'am. Live stream. Let me just quickly open up the chats. कैसा है? It was so good. Okay, looks like आपको session अच्छा लगा. Session बहुत अच्छा था, but मेरे attendance नहीं लग रही है. Okay, so guys, it is time for Kahoot. मैं फटाफट Kahoot करता हूँ. 500 rupees का prize है. Take out your phones. Chrome पे जाके kahoot.id टाइप करो. तब तक I'll share my screen and वहाँ पे मैं कोड शेयर करूंगा. प्लीज जल्दी से क्विज करा दो. आफ्टर द Kahoot I'll do doubt solving also. ठीक है. अटेंडेंस का इशू, सर्टिफिकेट का इशू, कोई भी डाउट है या कुछ भी है, क्या बोलते हैं, आई डू इट आफ्टर द क्विज. तब तक आप Kahoot ओपन करो अपने फोन में. आई स्टार्ट शेयरिंग द स्क्रीन. मुझे बताओ कि इफ यू कैन सी माई स्क्रीन और नॉट. ओके, इतना समझा? ओके. ओके शेयर कर दिया मैंने शेयर. ओके फ्रस्ट्रेटेड बिकॉज ऑफ द इंटरनेट. पिन बोलो आप प्लीज जल्दी क्विज करा दीजिए. ओके मैं स्टार्ट कर देता हूँ. कहूट स्क्रीन दिख रहा है सबको? मैं अपना फोन भूल गया यार. विल यू गाइस ज्वाइन? तब तक मैं थोड़ा मैं अपना फोन लेके आता हूँ ताकि आई कैन लुक एट. Hey, I am back guys. ठीक है. I have my chats with me ready यहाँ पे. So one person is asking where and how to join this through this QR. Yes, you can scan that QR or else देखो यहाँ पे लिखा है join at www.kahoot.it and then वहाँ पे जाके it's gonna ask you the game pin. Put in this game pin or else directly आप ये QR को स्कैन करो एंड यू विल कम टू दिस पेज. ठीक है. बट यूज योर नेम. सर असाइनमेंट की लिंक भेज दीजिए. आई शेयर दैट. लाइव हूँ मैं. हाँ. ओके सर्टिफिकेट कब मिलेगा? ओके डाउट्स लिख के रखो. आई विल सॉल्व योर डाउट्स बाय द एंड ऑफ द सेशन. अभी सब कहूट ज्वाइन करो. आई सी 91 पीपल इन माई कहूट. सॉरी इन माई लाइव बट 47 ही है. हाउ मेनी आर ज्वाइनिंग एंड हाउ मेनी हैव ज्वाइंड? चैट में डाल दो फटाफट. डालो गाइस कम ऑन. ओके 87. 4 लोग चले गए. ओके ओके ज्वाइन थ्रू योर नेम ओनली बिकॉज अगर तुम अपने नाम से ज्वाइन नहीं करोगे तो यू विल आई नॉट बी एबल टू ट्रैक यू गाइस. दूसरा है अरे करियर वाला भाई इज बैक. करियर वाला भाई इज ऑल्सो समवन दैट अटेंडेड द लास्ट सेशन विद मी. सो हाय करियर वाला भाई. व्हाट्स योर एक्चुअल नेम भाई? वो तो बता दे. ओके टिल देन I'll give you a reminder. सेशन के स्क्रीनशॉट्स लो. अपलोड इट ऑन इंस्टाग्राम. टैग लेट्स अपग्रेड एंड लिंक्डइन पे भी पोस्ट करो. ठीक है. ज्वाइन बट कुछ नहीं हो सकता है. इंटरनेट खराब है आज. सचिन भाई. सचिन तेंदुलकर. सर मैंने आज का भी असाइनमेंट सबमिट कर दिया है बट मेरा सर्टिफिकेट शो नहीं कर रहा वेबसाइट पे. ओके नॉट सर्टिफिकेट वेबसाइट पे शो नहीं करेगा. इट विल एक्चुअली आई विल सेंड इट टू यू वाया मेल. मेरे मेल से आएगा. यू विल गेट इट थ्रू माय पर्सनल ईमेल. मैं पर्सनली भेजूंगा once आपका assignments have been reviewed and given a green light, उसके बाद ठीक है. कि अपलोडेड ऑन इंस्टा. थैंक्स सार्थक भाई, इंस्टा पे तो अपलोड कर दिया, बट प्लीज रिमेंबर टू टैग लेट्स अपग्रेड. ठीक है, ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम. आई स्टार्ट द सेशन. जो ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं, यू हैव दिस गेम पिन यहाँ पे, यू कैन ज्वाइन वहाँ से. स्टार्ट करें. मोस्टली कन्नू, सचिन सोनी, सचिन सोनी. ओके चल ठीक है, स्टार्ट कर दिया मैंने सेशन. असाइनमेंट की लिंक तो भेज दीजिए प्लीज. आयुष, असाइनमेंट की लिंक सेशन के डिस्क्रिप्शन में यू विल फाइंड. द वेरी फर्स्ट लिंक जो दिया है वहाँ पे इज योर असाइनमेंट का लिंक ही, तो यू डू नॉट हैव टू वरी, जस्ट क्लिक ऑन दैट. अभी के लिए यहाँ पे ध्यान दो, डो नॉट इवन लुक इनटू चैट्स वगैरह भी, क्योंकि चैट्स पे कभी कभी आंसर आ जाते हैं. ओके ठीक है, लुक्स लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ यू आर पेइंग अटेंशन. अभी तो सबको पता ही है. सहाना, जैग्स. जैग्स आई रिमेंबर, जैग्स पहले भी आया है. जैग्स इज द विनर ऑफ द वेरी फर्स्ट Kahoot that we started this new format. He has still not reached out to me for his coupon, 500 rupees वाला. I remember very clearly. ओके, चैट्स है यहाँ पे. गाइस प्लीज डू नॉट थिंक आई एम डिस्ट्रैक्टेड. मेरा चैट्स है यहाँ पे, आई एम गोना कीप रीडिंग देम लाइव में. आप लोग यहाँ पे ही ध्यान दो. ओके, आई हैव सेंट यू द ईमेल एट सपोर्ट. अच्छा, सपोर्ट पे भेजा है, ठीक है, आई विल चेक दैट. सोनी कुमारी इज बैक इन द लीड अगेन. वो कल भी जीती है. हो जाएगा जे केक. सचिन भाई ये सब यहाँ नहीं. इसका बहुत सिंपल है. इसका आंसर इफ एरर है, इफ एरर. मुझे पता है ये सब सब क्वेश्चंस के आंसर्स पता है मुझे, बिकॉज मैंने ही बनाया है ये. तो ऑब्वियसली इसका आंसर इफ एरर है. अरे मैं लीडर को स्किप कर दिया, सॉरी. विल डू इट नेक्स्ट इसमें. बट सोनी कुमारी टॉप पे थी. जगदीश, आई हैव सेंट यू द ईमेल एंड सपोर्ट. ओके, कौन है ये? कुशान. कुशान, राइट प्रोनाउंस कर रहा हूँ ना मैं ब्रो? जस्ट ये फॉर कुशान. सब लोग चैट में डाल दो. चैट एक्टिव रखो भाई, चैट नहीं डाया होने दो. ओ, मैंने कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी स्टेटमेंट कर दिया. मैं नहीं बोला तुमको चैट इग्नोर करने के लिए. ओके, बिली, बिली फैंग. भाई ये कैसा नाम है? चैट में डालो अपना असली नाम. रियल आईडी से आओ भाई, रियल आईडी से. ओके, चिन्मयी वापस आया है. अब चिन्मयी इज इन द लीडर बोर्ड. कमान, इस बार लग रहा है सोनी को टफ कंपटीशन है, अनलाइक यस्टरडे. मेल्स. ओके गाइस, तुम लोग सेशन में ध्यान नहीं देते क्या? खाली अटेंडेंस के लिए आते हो? कौन है वो 7-8 लोग? इंसर्ट चैट, आज दिन ही नहीं है। तनिष भाई ओपी इन द चैट। अरे सचिन ब्रो, ये सब मत करो। When will we get our Python bootcamp certificates? The burning guitar. This is he is also from Python. I remember. नाम नहीं याद आ रहा मुझे, but yes. I guess Rohan. Rohan, right? नहीं, I don't remember, bro. Sorry. Remove duplicate. Which shortcut helps select or blank cells go to special? Oh, Control G, Control A, Alt Enter. Alt Enter से कुछ नहीं होता भाई. Oh, Prerna. Prerna has come on top. फिर आर्यन, फिर कुशान, फिर जैक्स, चिन्मयी. सोनी, what place are you in? Yesterday's leader. कहाँ हो? टॉपर हमारी. Okay, what happens if you don't handle errors using if error in formulas? No impact. Excel don't handle error. It shows NA और अरे भाई सेम क्वेश्चन तेरे पूछा, यही आंसर. यार मैं तो 11th पे हूँ. कल भी तो 11th पे एंड किया था ना तूने? करियर सचिन. ओके, प्रेरणा इज ऑन द टॉप. आई विल लोकी रूट फॉर प्रेरणा बिकॉज मेरी बहन का नाम भी प्रेरणा है. टू मच इन्फॉर्मेशन. ओके, लास्ट क्वेश्चन गाइस, जल्दी करो. यार मैं तो 11th पे हूँ. ओके, व्हाट इज द की बेनिफिट ऑफ पिवट टेबल्स? ओके, कौन है पोडियम पे? कौन है? जैक्स थर्ड. सेकंड कुशान. वो प्रेरणा. प्रेरणा actually won. Congrats, Prerna. Okay, Prerna, take a screenshot of this and you need to send this to support at letsupgrade.in. Okay, then only I'll be able to send coupons to you. Jagdish missed it. Congratulations, Prerna and Kushan. Okay, good going, guys. I'm using mobile. I can't use live YouTube and Kahoot at the same time. No worries, yaar. You just go through that Kahoot only. Don't worry, guys. Whoever haven't won, we do this every time, every session. Mein I'm planning to do this. Just let me know. Ki should I actually do this every day or session ke end mein, because this is something new that I'm trying. A lot of you might be seeing me for the first time. Who all know me? ऐसा yes डाल दो या कुछ भी. Uh, okay. So no problem. End of session. Okay, so the session has ended. Congratulations, guys, who have ended this. Just listen to me. Listen this one point from me. आपका assignments दोनों दिन का submit होना चाहिए. And then within a week after our professionals have reviewed your assignments, उसके बाद आपको within a week आपको certificate मिलेगा. आपको कहाँ से certificate मिलेगा? You will get it from my very own personal email ID, or else you will get it from submissions at letsupgrade.in. These both are handled by me only, so you know who to reach out to. My number I will not give you, but support at letsupgrade.com पे डाल दो. ठीक है? For those who are new, who do not know about the assignment submission process, about the attendance, you stay back. I'll just give you a quick go through. Go to the description of your video. Guys, जो जो लीव कर रहे हैं वो प्लीज ऐसा लाइक डाल के जाओ यार. कम ऑन, ऐसा अच्छा लगेगा. लेट्स अपग्रेड खुद के अकाउंट को लाइक कर रहा है. थोड़ा लाइक्स डालो. Oof, 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 oof. Okay, so your assignment is here. Just click on this link. It will take you to this page. यहाँ पे you need to fill in your details. Spanish, J, and okay. आई वुड प्रेफर कि आप लोग मुझे मत ये मेल भेजो, बिकॉज मेरा बहुत ज़्यादा सा स्टफ्ड है, आई हैव 2000+ 100 मेल्स, तो उससे अच्छा आप मुझे सपोर्ट पे भेजो, दैट वुड बी बेस्ट, support@letsupgrade.in, उस पे ही भेजो, ठीक है। 8591775341, और एल्स यू वुड व्हाट्सएप मी, बट आपको व्हाट्सएप पे बहुत फ्रीक्वेंट रिमाइंडर्स देने पड़ेंगे। ओके ओके ओके, दीज आर योर 5 क्वेश्चंस जिसके आंसर्स आपको डालने हैं आफ्टर मोबाइल नंबर। सो दिस इज 1 2 3 4 5 6, एंड देन आपको सबमिट करना है। दैट इज इट फॉर योर असाइनमेंट। छोटा सा एक है स्टेप, यू नीड टू डू इट, ओके। ओके सॉरी, गलत टैब। देन यहाँ पे you have your OneDoc. Now OneDoc is nothing but basically day 1 showing, day 1, क्या day 1 आ रहा तुम लोग को, ऐसे मत बोलो। ओ ये मिस टाइप, ये टाइपो है, ये टाइपो है, दिस इज अ टाइपो, इग्नोर दिस, questions are for this only, second day, this is a typo, ignore this, I'll get this corrected for those who are submitting later, but this is a typo, please भूल जाओ इसको। ओके ये हो गया। देन आई वाज एक्सप्लेनिंग यू योर वन डॉक, योर दिस इज योर वन डॉक, this contains each and every link whatever you want, this is a data dump यहाँ पे, for the boot camp that has happened, everything यहाँ पे you can get your doc link again यहाँ पे, आपका enrollment and attendance link is यहाँ पे, please make sure कि आप इस पे ध्यान दो थोड़ा। Join Excel discussion, this is WhatsApp groups, please join these, you get daily updates for those who are trying to make a trail for Excel, advanced Excel, intermediate, and then data analysis and everything. Every update जो Excel से related है, you'll get in this WhatsApp group. Please join, and I am also there in that group. You all can reach out to me as well. Then your day 1 and day 2 के links है यहाँ पे, okay? These are video links. You can go to these sessions, and you also have notes यहाँ पे for each and every topic covered here. Okay, यहाँ तक समझा सबको? उसके बाद आई विल गेट टू योर अटेंडेंस वाला लिंक, यहाँ पे यू हैव योर अटेंडेंस वाला लिंक, इफ यू क्लिक ऑन इट, इट टेक्स यू यहाँ पे, दिस इज माय, चलना चल, अरे ओ लोड नहीं होगा, वो फुल लोड है यहाँ पे योर day 2, यू कैन सी माय अटेंडेंस फॉर day 1 इज मार्क्ड, day 2 का यहाँ पे आएगा मार्क अटेंडेंस, मैं तो 10 दूंगा ऑब्वियसली बिकॉज मैं हूँ सेशन में। ओके, समथिंग विच कुड बी इम्प्रूव्ड, नथिंग, बेस्ट सेशन एवर, एंड मार्क अटेंडेंस। हो गया मेरा अटेंडेंस मार्क। हु आर हैविंग अटेंडेंस सबमिशन इश्यूज? सेटिंग सेशन बहुत अच्छा था बट मेरे अटेंडेंस नहीं लग रही है। Alfraz, I just went through the attendance program. Just follow the steps that I did. If you still have a problem, take a screenshot of the issue error message जो आ रहा है and send it to support@letsupgrade.in. I am repeating this again and again, guys, because you should know where you need to reach out to if you have any problem. Support@letsupgrade.in. Now, if you see day 1, day 2 का मेरा attendance लग गया, 100% program completed. Certificates you will get within a week. If you do not get within a week, you again reach out to me. I am the only person you can reach out to. Okay? My attendance, sir. I have done 2 days, but I am not getting any reply from your automated. I did assignment, but still no reply. Okay, if you are not getting automated mail, say receive after submission. Automated mail not receive after assignment. Showing lock logo where you मार्क योर अटेंडेंस। रिफ्रेश करो, या तो पेज क्लोज करो या तो रिफ्रेश करो। इफ इट्स लॉक लोगो है तो रिफ्रेश इट वंस टाइम, कैश क्लियर करके रिफ्रेश करो इफ ये है। असाइनमेंट सबमिट कर दिया बट कंफर्मेशन मेल नहीं आया। ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम, आई विल चेक ऑल ऑफ दिस, इफ नॉट आई विल गो थ्रू दैट प्रोसेस, एंड अगर जिनको नहीं आया है, गिव मी हाफ एन आवर आफ्टर द सेशन, आई विल वर्क ऑन इट एंड आपको कंफर्मेशन मेल आ जाएगा। ओके, सेकेंड असाइनमेंट लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में ही है। देर इज अ टाइपो इन दिस, यहाँ पे day 1 दिख रहा है बट दिस इज एक्चुअली day 2 का, वो मेरा लेजीनेस था। Sorry guys. Okay, can I go now? हाँ जाओ 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 जाओ. How can we contact you? Support at letsupgrade.in. Support at the rate letsupgrade.in पे मेल भेजो. मैंने कुछ तो कर दिया. Stop sharing, stop sharing, stop sharing. Okay, okay, इतना ही था. Nice meeting you guys. कोई और डाउट है तो you can ask. टेंस अटेंडेंस सबमिट किया. सर्टिफिकेट कहाँ पर मिलेगा? ओके, सर्टिफिकेट कहाँ पर मिलेगा का आंसर मैं दे चुका हूँ. अटेंडेंस सबमिट कर दिया बट सर्टिफिकेट नहीं मिला, कभी आंसर आप सबको दे चुका हूँ. ओके, मेरा चैट गुम हो गया है, रुको एक मिनट. डे 2 का असाइनमेंट का लिंक भेजो सर. असाइनमेंट का लिंक इज please keep in mind assignment ka link you will always find in the description, nowhere else. Description only, each and every detail is in the description. Okay, when we won't mark attendance, I won't get certificate or not sir. No, बिना attendance के आपको certificate नहीं मिलेगा. दो both the days का आपका certificate होना चाहिए. एक बार और बता दो certificate से related. Okay, if you want, एक बार final बार बता रहा हूँ for certificate. आपको 2 days का अटेंडेंस लगाना है. अटेंडेंस का लिंक यू विल गेट फ्रॉम योर वन लिंक. आफ्टर योर अटेंडेंस यू ऑल्सो हैव टू सबमिट बोथ ऑफ द डेज के असाइनमेंट्स. बोथ ऑफ द डे के असाइनमेंट्स भी यू विल गेट इन योर वन डॉक. वन डॉक इज योर, भाई उसका पूजा करो. वन डॉक में ही यू विल गेट एवरीथिंग. यहाँ पे वन डॉक में मिलेगा. वन डॉक मैं क्या बता रहा था. सर्टिफिकेट राइट. तुम्हारा असाइनमेंट्स और ये दोनों हो जाएगा. तो एक बार तुम्हारे असाइनमेंट्स रिव्यू हो जाएंगे. असाइनमेंट्स रिव्यू होने के बाद आपको विद इन अ वीक, अभी सेशन आज खत्म हुआ तो विद इन नेक्स्ट फ्राइडे आपको सर्टिफिकेट्स मिल जाएंगे. ओके. हाँ, सर्टिफिकेट का सैंपल दिखा दो. मेरे पास सर्टिफिकेट का सैंपल नहीं है. इफ़ यू वांट मैं नेक्स्ट सेशन में ट्राई करूंगा एक सैंपल लेके आने का. ओके, वो हो गया. कैन आई गेट अ जॉब इन लेट्स अपग्रेड? एक काम कर, मेरी जॉब ले ले, मैं साइड में बैठ के देखो गाइड करूंगा. फिर दोनों एक ही काम करेंगे. बट आई एम जस्ट मैसिंग विथ यू. हाँ, इफ यू वांट to apply for a job at let's upgrade specific, do not look into let's upgrade specific, but we have a platform known as launchpad. LU launchpad. वहाँ पे देर आर ईच एंड एवरी ओपनिंग्स अपने पार्टनर कंपनीज के ओपनिंग्स एंड एवरीथिंग. यू आर देयर, प्लीज चेक आउट लॉन्चपैड एक बार. ओके. आई एम गेटिंग एरर वाइल एंटरिंग अटेंडेंस. जिसको जिसको एरर आ रहा है कैशे क्लियर करके रिफ्रेश करो. इफ आपको फिर भी आ रहा है तो टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट ऑफ द एरर मैसेज जो आ रहा है. बिकॉज when I get that kind of evidence I'm saying, but when I get that kind of reference materials, I can actually talk to my tech team वैसे कि वो issue जो हो रहा है. ओके 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 ओके, चलो बाय, गुड नाइट एवरीवन. ओके, बस अच्छी जॉब चाहिए. अरे अच्छी जॉब मिल जाएगी, टेंशन मत ले. चलो ठीक है. ओके, बाय, गुड नाइट एवरीवन. इट वाज नाइस मीटिंग यू एंड सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन. इन स्ट्रीम. बाय बाय बाय, गुड नाइट एवरीवन. डन. ओके, चलो बाय.